All right, so you've invested in AI. You've got the tech, you've got the team. But how do you actually know if it's working? It's really time to move beyond just the hype and get real about measuring the true value of artificial intelligence.
So let me just ask you this straight up. Is your AI initiative flying blind? Are you spending all this money without a clear, data-driven way to see the return on that investment? And look, if that question makes you feel a little uneasy, you are definitely not alone.
Here's a little dose of reality for you. Fewer than 20% of organizations actually set measurable key performance indicators, or KPIs, for their AI. Think about that. That means more than 80% are basically just crossing their fingers and hoping for the best. They're operating on faith, not facts. And that is a very, very risky place to be.
And this right here gets us to AI's big measurement problem. It's this huge, widespread challenge that can stop even the most amazing projects in their tracks. Because let's be honest, if you can't prove the value, you can't justify scaling it up.
You know, it's not like a traditional IT project where success is just, hey, is the server online? With AI, its value is so much more complex. Its real impact on revenue or efficiency or just making customers happy isn't always obvious. And that makes getting future investment a real uphill battle.
So solving this really requires a new mindset. We've got to stop focusing only on the technical performance of the AI model and start thinking more like business strategists.
I mean, just look at the contrast here. The old IT question was super simple. Is the system on? But the new AI question? It's completely different. Is the system creating measurable business value? That is a huge, fundamental shift from just operational metrics to outcome metrics.
Think about it like this. You can have an AI model that's 99% accurate. I mean, a total technical masterpiece. But if that amazing accuracy doesn't translate into saving money or making more money, then from a business point of view, the project has failed. It's a bust.
So how do we fix this, right? How do we build that bridge from cool tech performance to actual business value? Well, it all starts with having a super clear blueprint for what success even looks like before you write a single line of code.
This 4-step blueprint is basically your guide. And the absolute key here is to always start with the business problem, not the technology. And you have to establish a baseline. I mean, you can't prove you've improved anything if you don't know where you started from, right?
And really, these metrics fall into 3 main buckets. First, you've got your technical metrics, like model accuracy, super important, but it's not the whole story. Then you have process metrics, like system uptime, also important, but the gold standard, the one that makes executives actually sit up and listen, is the business metric. This is all about the bottom line impact. It's where the real value is proven.
Okay, let's make this real. For a customer service chatbot, you'd measure the reduction in agent response time. For a predictive maintenance AI, you'd measure the decrease in unplanned equipment downtime. For a retail AI, you'd track the improvement in your inventory turnover. See the pattern? The KPI is always tied directly to a real, tangible business outcome.
Okay, so you've defined your business KPIs. Fantastic. But now for the million-dollar question. How do you actually prove that the AI is what caused the improvement? Let's move from just theory to getting some tangible proof.
The gold standard method for this is A/B testing. It's a really simple but incredibly powerful idea. You create a control group that does things the old way without the AI, and you compare its performance against another group that gets to use the new AI-powered process. This is how you isolate the AI's impact and get rid of all the guesswork.
So, for example, imagine a marketing campaign. The control group gets the standard, boring emails, and they have a 5% conversion rate. But the test group, they get AI-personalized emails, and their conversion rate jumps all the way to 8%. That difference, that's the value your AI created.
And that difference, that lift as we call it, that's your proof. This is the hard, quantifiable data you can take to leadership and say, hey, the AI is working, and here's exactly by how much.
But hold on, there is a crucial catch here. Whenever you optimize for one metric, you have to be super careful that you're not accidentally hurting another one. It's a classic case of unintended consequences. You've always got to monitor for these negative trade-offs. For instance, an AI could be fantastic at increasing sales volume by pushing out discounts left and right, but it could also be totally destroying your profit margins in the process. You have to watch the whole picture.
So all of this builds up to the ultimate question, the one everyone in the C-suite really cares about. What's the financial payoff? Let's talk about the bottom line.
And this is where we calculate the return on investment, or ROI. It's actually a pretty straightforward comparison. You add up all the financial benefits, like revenue increases or cost savings, and you weigh that against the total cost of building and running the whole AI system.
And the potential payoff here can be significant. I mean, it varies, of course, but some industry reports are showing that for every single dollar invested in a well-run AI project, companies are seeing an average return of around $3 to $4. Now that is a powerful case for investment.
And hey, let's remember, not everything that counts can be counted. Beyond the hard numbers, there are these huge intangible benefits. Think about better decision-making, higher employee morale because you've automated some tedious task, or just, happier customers. These are real, valuable outcomes too.
So let's bring this all together. This entire framework, from defining KPIs to proving the impact to calculating the ROI, this is what lets you manage your AI initiatives properly. It's how you scale them from these small little experiments into a true enterprise-wide advantage.
It really all comes down to that classic piece of wisdom: what gets measured gets managed. Applying this kind of discipline to your AI projects is the absolute key to justifying your investment, learning from your failures, and ultimately building a sustainable AI strategy that actually works.
So I'll leave you with this one final thought. Your AI is running, and sure, your models are probably accurate, but can you prove that it's winning for your business?